Psychosis. I am your host, TJ Bowser, and joining me as always is the very handsome, the very British, the King of Salisbury himself, Mr. Paul Ashford. What's up, buddy?
Hey. I'm good. I am good. It's been a good week again. So, yeah, life is good. Been watching some movies. I haven't caught the latest episode of Alien Earth yet, but I did finally watch F1, the movie, which was very good. Very good popcorn movie. What else have I watched? Physical media. I've had a couple of videos come in the post. I'm starting to get a few videos in the collection, the old X-Rental stuff, which is what I used to have as a kid. I picked up Prehysteria 2, Charlie Band film, and what else did I get? Critters 3 on VHS X-Rental. So yeah, no Blu-rays or 4Ks or anything, but that's what I've been watching. But the really cool thing was we went to a 35mm screen at the weekend, and that was The Matrix.
Yeah.
Which is celebrating an anniversary. 1999, isn't it? Oh yeah, no, it's not quite an anniversary. 1999 that came. I saw it when it first came out in the cinema, so it was cool to watch it again in its 35mm glory. It was a really nice print as well. It was a Warner Archive one, so it's one that's hardly been played at all. So it's like pristine condition, and even better, the cinema that shows it, they've got an upgrade. They've now completely upgraded their sound system, so it sounded great as well. So yeah, I had a great time. That was my week. How about you?
Man, flat out at work as always, selling firearms and firearm accessories. You know how it be, buddy. I got some Vincent movies in the other day, 7 different ones. I finally got Mac and Me. I did get Sergeant Kabuki, man. That was an instant put in the Blu-ray player. Watch that because that movie's a classic. I did get Toxic Avenger on 4K. Phenomenal stuff right there. I'm not sure if I talked about that on last episode or not, but got that. Yeah, just been watching movies left and right and ordering some, hopefully, into next month with the new Vincent movies. And I have been looking at the movie Navy SEALs from 1990. Charlie Sheen and Bill Paxton. That's a good one. I watched that the other day. Now I need to get it. It's so damn good.
It'd be like that.
Yes, but other things that are so damn good. It's this week's pick, this week's review. It is my pick. It's a new film. We don't do a lot of new films, but we're going to do this new film, and it is 2025's Clown in a Cornfield, directed by Eli Craig. He also did Tucker and Dale versus Evil, a fine horror comedy film.
Yes.
Written by Carter Blanchard, Eli Craig, and Adam Cesar. He's the guy who wrote this book right here.
What's that book called?
Clown in a Cornfield. And of course, there's a sequel, Clown in a Cornfield 2, Friendo Lives, which we hope, and we'll talk about more at the end of the episode, because that stuff's awesome. It is a really good read. I believe there's 2 or 3 books in the series. Highly recommend it. It's very young Stephen King-ish, I'd say. It's even got a Clive Barker trope on a quote on the front thing. Pretty cool. Really good.
Of horror. His name is Sam Raimi. That was it. That was his Clive Barker.
But yeah, Adam did a really good job crafting this story in the novel, and I think the screenplay does it justice here. Starring Katie Douglas as Quinn, Aaron Abrams as Dr. Glenn Maybrook, Carson McCormick as Cole, Vincent Mueller as Rust, Kevin Durand, as Arthur Hill, Will Sasso as Sheriff Doom. The wonderful plot of this movie is Quinn Maybrook moves with her father to the small town of Kettle Springs, where tensions simmer below the struggling adults and rebellious teens. The town symbol, a clown named Friendo, becomes horrifyingly real when someone dons the costume and begins murdering teenagers during a party in a cornfield. What starts as a slasher spree reveals deeper resentment, adults blaming youth for the town's decline, orchestrating the massacre. Quinn might fight to survive as friends are picked off one by one, ultimately confronting both the killer and the town's generational hatred. That is like a spoiler plot review. Thanks, Paul.
You read it,
yeah, so that kind of gives you away the little thing there, but we'll get into that. So
That's not the big surprise. I was surprised by something else in the film.
Okay. Uh, so I was first
Mm-hmm.
exposed to this movie, actually, the book rather, by Adam's YouTube channel because he does reviews and stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
of course, that whenever he said he wrote a book, I went and checked that out. And then when I saw it was getting adapted, I had to go watch it. Now, this movie I think is fantastic. In the echelon of modern slasher films, this one stands out.
Yep.
I think Friendo is the killer clown, the cool killer clown, the best killer clown on the market today. He is classy. He's got some funny stuff going on, but like, it's not overtly or trying too hard to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
more of that physical comedy stuff. Uh, love the kills. The gore's there. Creative as all hell. You haven't seen anyone be this creative since Jason Voorhees. Great stuff here. Love the the twists and turns you take all here. The
Mm-hmm.
ending's great. Uh, yeah, really, really enjoy the characters here. You kind of get enough time throughout the film to really actually care about these characters, where a lot of more modern films you just don't give a fuck about who dies or who
Mm-hmm.
lives. You see some familiar faces from social media here with Will Sasso, the comedian. Awesome seeing him in this role. Love the fresh faces with Quinn and Cole. Awesome actor and actresses there. Cinematography is pretty goddamn good. Paul, what do you think of it?
Wow. I'd only heard of this film. I know we mentioned there's a physical media release coming soon on one of our episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I was aware of the film coming out, but I honestly thought it was some cheap, low budget slasher,
Mm-hmm.
which we've had a lot of recently. I mean,
So
the title alone, I didn't know there was a book.
yeah,
I went in blind. Yeah, you hear the words clown in a cornfield, and I think, oh, that's like a direct to video
yeah,
cheap, schlock fest. So I went in with when you suggested it as this week's title, I was like, oh, that's a bit of a surprise. Okay, fair enough. So I went in with very low expectations, I would say,
yeah.
purely because I hadn't researched it, I hadn't looked into it, hadn't even seen the trailer. I just knew of it and the title. Um, so yeah, I went in with very low expectations, and I was very pleasantly surprised. So I didn't read up anything on this at all. Didn't watch the trailer first or anything like that. So I just put it on and started watching it.
Excellent.
And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. It's maybe started off a little bit slow, maybe, but
I thought the
I love the
pacing.
intro. Yeah, the intro is really good. Like the when it's got the old party going on in the
Yeah,
barn from like years ago, and then you get the typical girl takes the top off and then gets the guy to follow her into the cornfield.
yeah.
There's that really funny bit when he's following her and he's looking at the footprints, and it's like obviously giant
You
clown.
got big fucking feet.
Yeah. And the next thing, she comes at him and she's been stabbed in the back, and she's dead. And then you just see blood spraying everywhere, and then boom, cuts to present
Is
time.
that the only fuck we get in the movie? Is that how they use their PG-13 fuck?
I can't remember. Is it? Yeah, possibly. Obviously, there's no nudity or anything.
There's
She's got
none.
a bra on.
And I'm pretty sure PG-13 allows for a couple fucks, and I think
Yeah,
it's like one or two,
but
and that's one
that
of
was
them.
a cool little intro. Then it cuts to like your
Well,
typical.
it says 1990s, and then it just
Yeah,
says it doesn't say present day. It says now.
yeah. I guess it's a good way of not dating the film too much, I guess. But it cuts to now,
And
and
we
it's
don't
like
get a lot of films that are 90s. It's always 80s. It's always
yeah. That's what I was saying. It's a really good. They did a really good job, and they do make a point of saying this is 90s.
yeah.
They made
And
to me. It feels like I Know What You Did Last Summer,
I think the way
Scream.
that they juxtapose that is the music comparison that the daughter makes to the dad in the
Oh
car
yeah. The 40s. Yeah, if I
is
was
40
listening to this
years
music.
ago, and he's like,
Yeah,
"Oh
yeah,
shit!" So again, all of the movies we love are from a completely different era,
yeah.
and but we grew up in a completely different era than the movies we came out in. At
hmm
least me. So this movie makes sense
hmm
for that exact reason. Like I love seeing shit in the 90s. I saw the TV Glow as a good comparison with
Yeah.
setting wise.
hmm But it's like a 90s throwback slasher. So it completely nails the feel of stuff like I Know What You Did Last Summer,
Mm-hmm.
Scream,
But with that modern flair, you know what I mean?
Cherry Falls, that sort of stuff. That
The
sort of
cell
like
phones are very
mixing.
prevalent in this story.
Yeah. And there's a lot of time there's no signal. We've got no, like even when they moved to this new house, it's like, oh
Yes.
yeah, it said we had no signal. There's no signal.
Very good way to solve that problem in the story.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like, oh, it's a typical slasher trope. Family moves to a quiet town. They don't like where they are. They're strangers in the town. Um, but no, it starts off a bit slow, but then they just get into it, and you meet the teenagers in the town, and you can tell straight away there's something up because the adults don't like the teenagers. And
Who's the hunter boy?
Rust,
Russ, that's right.
yeah, Rust. So he's the first. He's the first guy that he's like the weird guy to start with, isn't he? In the film, he's
He
like, oh, he's a
introduces
bit
Quinn to
creepy.
everything.
Yeah. So yeah, that was kind of weird because he knocks on their door. He goes, "Oh, you're new in town. Do you want me? I'll show you around," kind of thing. And she goes for it as well, doesn't she? She's like, "Okay, some complete strangers just knocked up at your door, and you're allowing them to take you into town." But yeah, I guess the story's got to progress. But yeah, he starts off as like the weirdo, doesn't he? Like the sort of
So
strange guy.
you complained about the intro. I think this movie is pretty damn well paced for an hour and 30 minutes because, like,
Yeah.
we needed some time to understand these characters, their motivations, why they're here, a little bit
hmm
dynamic. So when we get later in the film, when things happen, which we're not going to spoil,
hmm
it makes sense and it doesn't
Kind of thing.
feel as forced because we live in a time period where there's agendas and stuff pushed
Yeah.
into films. And
hmm
this isn't one of them. This is one of the movies where it makes sense within the whole overarching story. Uh, I love it. And of course, we'll get
Yeah.
there when we get there. It's just
hmm
the seeds that are planted in the intro, I think, work because they pay off later.
Yeah.
So we
I
get that
agree.
little bit of time where we're not getting murders,
hmm
but it's filled with lore and it's filled with character development. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, I love the vibe the town's got because they
Mm.
essentially worship Frendo the clown because their town was built on corn essentially,
This
wasn't it?
is Halloween 4 levels of
Yeah.
atmosphere.
hmm Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I said. The lighting in that, like, it's very
Mhm.
orange, dark and orange. A lot of the film is dark and orange. It's very sort of fall autumn Halloween vibes.
Some
I thought.
blues in there as well.
hmm
Yeah.
But I love how this town worships this clown. So he turns out he was like the mascot for their corn syrup, wasn't it? Like
Yeah,
in the day.
essentially that is so it's actually funny. I lived in a similar town
hmm
where a peanut butter plant essentially employed 70% of the workers of the town.
Yeah.
So this is a very similar situation where a corn syrup plant employs
Yeah.
most of the town and kind of is the main driving economic force behind the entire town. So when something bad happens to, is it Bay Pen?
Bay pen. What's that?
Bay Pen corn syrup?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, so that essentially burns, right? We
Yeah.
find out during
Oh, the
that section
factory
of
burns
lore we're
down.
talking about
The factory
is
burns down.
the factory has burned down, and they're
Yeah.
blaming this group of kids, this Cole, not Russ, but the other two girls and
Yeah.
the boy, the
Yeah. Like the jock. I can't remember what his
yeah,
name was, but he's like a
and
total jock, wasn't
who
he?
the black actor that
Oh,
what's
the actress.
no the male character
Oh,
who
yeah.
he looked familiar. I
Really?
definitely seen him in a movie before.
Right. But you're introduced and like, yeah, there's this group of sort of rebellious teens and like all the adults in the town
They
hall.
are doing vlogs. They have a YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
That's like it. It's a 90s slash. It's a 90s throwback, but they put in these modern bits. So
Yes.
yeah, you got mobile phones in there, and these kids they're doing like these little video vlogs based on Frendo the Clowns. They're doing like live
Tucker.
videos. Tucker doing live videos of them. One of them dressed up as a clown and scaring the shit out of people, and then putting it live online
Mhm.
to get hits. And people know they're doing these videos. But it's just kind of their thing. It's what they do. Obviously, you would never have seen that back in the 90s because it was something that never existed. But that's one of the cool things how they put a modern or current take on like a 90s slasher, which I think is cool. Works really well. And obviously, the townspeople resent it because they think it was them that burnt down the corn syrup factory,
But it is a big
which the town
problem in
worships.
modern times, the whole pranking thing. And we see
Yeah,
the result of that during the
or the
parade
parade.
sequence.
Yeah.
And that kind of was the final straw of all of this that kind of
Yeah.
led to the murders starting again.
hmm
We did get a preview of that. Well, a scene that's extremely, what do I want to say, effective is the scene where he's looking through the video and sees the second
Oh, the
friendo.
second, yeah, and I completely didn't think anything of that.
Yeah.
and obviously what comes at the end or towards the end is like,
Yeah.
okay, put two and two together kind of thing. But yeah, I just thought it was just like I don't know, didn't know what to think. They didn't go too much on it when they showed it
Mhm.
in the footage at the time. But yeah, it was very very good vibes of getting like the 90s throwback, which I
And
thought
then
was
there's some sexual tension between Quinn and Cole. Like Quinn's
yeah,
super interested in
you like
Cole.
you can tell straight away, oh, these two are going to get it on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kind of weird because it's actually Cole. Yeah, Cole's the boy. Yeah, it's actually
Now,
Cole
now,
that
when you
turns
find
down the
out what
girl.
you find out,
Yeah,
everything makes sense with Rust and Cole of why they're so nice
yeah.
to the girls. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Uh,
That's kind of a bit stereotypical, isn't it? I guess.
well, it could be,
But
but
again,
like
it's something that we
they're
never would have seen.
they treat them differently than a normal guy would because they're not viewing them as a normal guy would. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah, yeah,
mean? Because
yeah.
if I was their age hanging out with girls the way they do, that's a whole nother situation than if
Hmm.
what we find out is, and then that changes their perspective and it explains why they act the way they do.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not at, yeah.
I love how it leads up to that as well because you don't really see Rust at all after that intro. You just know
You
he's kind
don't.
of, yeah, and then he just turns up on that car scene when they're driving,
He
and
shows
they're
up at the party.
oh, he shows up that yeah, and that's in the
Who
background, though,
comes to
isn't
the
it?
party with a gun?
Yeah, no, that's after though, isn't it? Because first of all, he shows up on the road before the party
Oh yeah, so
when
they're
they're
driving. So
driving.
Quinn and Cole are driving, and then
Yeah,
Rust
yeah,
has a
yeah,
deer on his shoulder.
yeah. They just like screech the brakes because again, it's almost like I know what he did last summer.
Quinn
Someone walked
mentions
out in
Earl.
front of the car, but they
Cole,
managed to miss him,
no,
and it's Cole
Rust
looking. Sorry, it's
mentioned.
Rust. Yeah,
Yes,
looking really
Rust.
weird. Rust looking really weird, carrying like a dead deer or something over his arm, over his shoulder.
He did mention earlier that he hunts, so
Yeah,
let's set
he
that
did. Yeah,
scene
and
up.
then there's a bit of back and forth between Rust and Cole in the
Yeah,
car, isn't there?
very strange, and it kind of
Yeah, and
it's one of those seeds I talked about.
yeah, it tells you okay, these two used to be friends.
Well,
You
they
can
use
tell.
the term "we used to hunt together"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
as a euphemism for what we'll find out later.
Right.
Uh very funny when in hindsight, but
Hmm.
it allows you to not well, it allows me to further appreciate this film because it makes sense.
Yeah, it
Uh
also kind of puts Rust as a suspect as being friendo, I
well,
think, as well.
causes both Cole and Rush to be a red herring. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because you think, oh, Cole makes the comment of "I'll burn this place to the ground" several
Hmm.
times in the beginning of the film, and then you also find out that he's kind of like the heir apparent to the film, to the town's fortune
Yeah.
type thing.
Hmm.
So you think that he'd be killing all these kids off because he hates the way that the town's become, but no, he's part of the problem that the town's becoming, and that leads into the twist and all of that.
Hmm.
Uh, very cool dynamic in that.
Hmm.
Paul?
Yeah, I would agree. There is the one weird bit when we talked about the when you first see Friendo is the giant statue on the parade float.
Yes.
There's that really weird bit with the guy dressed as Friendo, and he's kind of just got like a pair of speedos on, and he's juggling. He's on like the
Well,
unicycle.
that's part of the gag.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. But it's just kind of funny to see him in a pair of speedos. That's kind of what kicks off the whole killing. To be fair, the
Mhm.
killing, isn't it? To be fair, because
Because he's juggling
like fire, isn't it, or something?
like fake bombs,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah,
throws it
and like
into the corn, and the corn catches fire
yeah, they
and
start
knocks over the friendo and causes a
yeah,
big stir.
head to drop off, and then boom, everyone thinks it's the teenagers, and yeah, it all kicks off from there. They get
They go to
arrested,
jail.
jail, yeah, and then it kicks up a gear, and that's it. You
Yes,
suddenly
the
realise,
Founders Day party.
yes, that's what it's
Uh,
called, the Founders Day
yes.
Party. Yeah,
Again, very cool, very folklore, awesome shit. I love when we actually get reasons behind this stuff.
almost American Wicker Man.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So the kids are at the party. They're doing the
Mhm.
normal 15, 16, 17-year-old stuff.
Oh yeah,
Drinking.
you get the panning shot, don't you? There's some
Yeah.
doing drugs, there's some drinking, there's girls making out.
The
Yeah, you
cinematographer knew
you
what
get
they were doing.
everything. You get everything in one shot, in one long panning
And I
shot.
believe the cinematographer is somebody with a really good resume.
Right. Okay.
Like I
Yeah.
looked him up while I was watching the movie. I can't remember offhand, but
Mm-hmm.
super thick resume.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
can tell this movie's beautifully shot. It definitely lends to the overall quality of the movie.
Yeah.
So we're at this Founders Day party, and all these kids are getting boozed up and stuff.
Yeah.
And we see this girl come out of the corn, and she's screaming and stuff, and she falls over dead. And of course, our two side girl characters,
Mm-hmm.
the black girl and the blonde girl with the white hair,
The blonde. Yeah.
uh, assume it's a joke with Tucker and the other missing kid, who we
Yeah.
see
Yeah.
earlier in the film. Friendo kills Tucker. How does he kill Tucker? Because he kills the meathead guy. Is doing
The jock guy's doing the weightlifting,
and Friendo puts a saw on the bar and then
chops
forces
his
it
head
down.
off, which leads to like the funniest scene in the film.
Yes, because the head rolls into a Yeti cooler and closes.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, how does Tucker die? I forget how Tucker dies.
Is he not the head crush? No, that's one of the.
No, that's the Hawaiian guy.
Yeah.
Fuck, how does Tucker die? How does Friendo kill Tucker? Does he just cut his throat?
Yeah, so is it not Tucker that dies? The blonde girl, when they're both led on the floor.
No, because they're missing. They're both missing before the party. It's because they think that they're teaming up to play a prank on them, which leads to the funny scene.
Right. I can't remember.
I think he just shows up and cuts his throat. And he bleeds out because he's vlogging, isn't he?
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, I think he just shows up on, and he's filming him at the time, and then boom. Yeah. I would say he gets his throat slashed.
But anyway, we're Founders Day party. There is two kills that leads up to the Founders Day party that we did mention, but it is that. So they assume that it's Tucker and the other guy, the meathead guy, playing a prank on them. So they go over to the girl and it's like, she's just playing around. They even flick the arrow that's in her back.
Yeah.
And then it goes ding. And then a fucking decapitated head flies out of the cornfield and rolls. And they're like, oh, it's a blaster ball! And they start throwing it back and forth, and there's blood all over them. They're like, the scorpion on me, ew! And then they're like, and then Quinn goes over to the body. He's like, guys, there's no pulse. And then they realize it's actually Meathead's dead head. Yeah. And then they freak the fuck out. And then Friendo comes. Well, what happens next?
Chaos. So, yeah, Friendo is he wants to start killing them, doesn't he? And then we get the is this when we get the big reveal, isn't it? When Friendo appears, because Russ turns up, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the Friendo's about to kill everyone. Yes. They're in big trouble, and suddenly Rust appears.
Duck!
Yeah. That's right. Again, swerve. You think Russ is going to shoot him, and he's involved because he's weird. He's been acting like the weird outcast hunter guy along. But no, he tells them to duck. They all run and duck, and then boom, shotgun takes out Friendo. But then that's really cool. It is weird. Like Rust is like telling the girl, he's never forget Quinn. It's like take his mask off.
Yeah.
And he's like, why is he not doing it himself? So you think he's doing it on purpose and it's a fake shotgun. I was like, that's what I thought. It's going to be another swerve. But before he managed to do that is when we get the big reveal, right?
4 Friendos come out of the cornfield, all brandishing different weapons, chainsaw, a scythe, sledgehammer, and some other stuff. And that kind of shows you that Friendo isn't just one person; he is many.
Yeah.
So twist number 1. So the whole dynamic has changed now. Now we have many killer clowns raining on their parade.
Yes, and then so obviously that's when it fully turns into teenagers versus adults.
Yes.
Well, you mean you presume they're adults because they're all kind of different shapes and sizes, the Friendos at this point, aren't they? And then straight away, Rust blows the hand off of one of the Friendos, which is really cool. And then then it's full on gore fest, isn't it? And then
they get trapped in this little shed.
Yeah, I thought it was like a slaughterhouse. Yeah, yeah.
and there's nothing in there but bags of, I want to say, wheat, a lawnmower,
Yeah.
gasoline, stuff like that. So they're in there. They're cutting into the sides of the building. They're trying to break in,
Mhm.
and they find out that there's like this pipe exit. So they go down into the pipe,
Drain or something, yeah.
and then Rust staves back, lights the grain and the gasoline on the lawnmower on fire, blows up the friendos.
Oh, yeah.
They're on
Almost like
fire.
A-Team
It's
almost like
hilarious.
A-Team style, sets up the lawnmower bomb kind of thing, yeah.
Rust disappears for like 30 minutes of the movie now,
Mhm.
while we see Cole and the other characters escape. And we get this funny shot over their shoulder where you get to see all the friendos explode. And like, ah! It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, fighting ensues. Their only logical option now is to run through the cornfield. No, we're past this, right? They already ran through the cornfield.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so
No, because they got to go to that person's house. Right?
right. Yeah, yeah. We've missed the plot of Quinn's dad, the doctor, when he gets
Oh,
captured,
yes.
doesn't he?
So,
He gets captured.
meanwhile, elsewhere,
Yeah.
what happens, Paul?
So he gets captured, doesn't he? Because he's just at home, isn't he, trying to get hold of his daughter Quinn, right?
Yeah, he finds out that she snuck out, and then he
That's
goes
right.
looking
Oh,
for
that's
her.
right. He's talking to her in bed. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about the argument
And
earlier."
then,
And he like
while
puts
he's
his
looking
hand.
around for her, he notices that his doctor's office, the window's smashed out.
Yeah, that's right. And anyway, this a friendo turns up with an injured friendo, and then
The one that got his hand shot off.
Yeah, the one who's got his hand shot off, and literally holds him at gunpoint, and he's like, "I want you to fix fix this guy's friend."
Dad's badass.
Yeah, he is.
Dad is so cool.
Yeah. So he's got him. He's kind of got him at gunpoint, trying to operate on the other.
And I will say, the interactions between the dad of that age and the teenage daughter,
they're
spot on. Spot on. I can relate 100%.
So yeah, his dad's operating away, trying to save the life of this other friendo, but also at the same time he's trying to double cross the friend that's got the gun to his head, because he's got like a, what is it he does? He cuts out the radio, doesn't he, of the
yeah, so while
Of
he's
his
like
hand
sewing
bone
him up, the radio goes on, and he realizes that Quinn is still alive and that the other friendos are chasing him. But he realizes that the guy that is like unconscious on the table has a radio. So he has the other friendo go look for stuff. And while he's doing that, he cuts open the radio, steals the radio on that friendo. So the dad, we'll just finish what happens with the dad before we move on.
Yeah.
So the dad pretends that the friendo on the table goes into cardiac arrest. He unplugs the heart monitor.
Yeah.
And then it goes beep, 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 flatlines.
Yeah.
So he's like, grab the paddles, the defibrillator paddles. I thought he was going to shock him with the DFAB paddle.
That's what I thought, yeah. It's even worse what he does, to be fair.
It is. Because it's such a doctor thing, you know what I mean? So he like hands him the DFAB paddles. He's like, you got to shock him, you got to shock him. So when he does that, so he's like, you got to drop the knife to grab the DFAB paddles. So the guy puts the knife down, grabs the DFAB paddles, and the doctor grabs the knife and just fucking jams it in the guy's neck, right into his carotid artery.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, don't pull it out. The doctor's like, don't pull it out. You'll fucking bleed out. Don't pull it out. So he pulls it out, and he immediately fucking bleeds out, falls, and drops. And the doctor's like, well, fuck. Clean getaway.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's an awesome sequence where they go through, the kids are running through a cornfield, and they're running from all these different clowns, because not all of them died in the blast, right? And there's the chainsaw one and stuff like that. So they run and they stop because they got to go the other direction because of the chainsaw guy. They're headed to the neighbor's house.
Yeah. And
then they go the other direction, and there's the sledgehammer guy. And then, so they got to stop or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then they stop, and then the guy with the chainsaw cuts it off, and he's kind of walking around trying to find them. So then they get really close. I can't remember what happens, but then they start running, right? And the black girl gets chainsawed in the gut.
Yep, that's right. Yeah,
lifted up, Texas Chainsaw 2022
style. And above the corn, which is really cool, like a really cool sort of silhouette,
like the Netflix Chainsaw movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the reboot kind of whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
reimagination. Yeah.
The one where they see Paul and I understand that Tesla wouldn't drive all the way out into Texas like that without having a point to recharge because it wouldn't make it back. Right, Paul?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. Yeah.
Especially in that heat.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. But
This
yeah,
movie
so
does not have that issue.
they're killing him off, and then it's the reveal, isn't it? The remaining
Well, they
friendo.
run out of the corn and
Yeah.
they come across the sheriff, the Will Sasso character. And they're like, oh my God, there's these crazy clowns trying to kill
Oh
us. He
yes.
doesn't
Oh yeah.
believe them. And all
Yeah.
he does is take coal, which
He
you're like,
arrests
why the
Cole,
fuck
doesn't
is
he?
he taking coal?
Yeah.
And in
Why is
my
he
head,
taking
it's
Cole?
like,
It was off.
if the parents, at this time, I'm assuming it's the adults killing him, which plot twist it is. He's taking coal because the dad wants coal.
Yeah.
So the kids are on their own after Cole leaves, and it's just the girls left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're off to the neighbor's house. Paul, what happens at the neighbor's house?
At the neighbor's house is when. This is the reveal, right? This is when.
No, they go in the neighbor's house, and there's the burned friendo in the chair. They think it's
Oh yeah. Just sat dead in the chair, like a melted bit of his face, who they think is dead. And then they go past him and break in and go into the other room, and that's when they discover the like the secret doorway thing in it that goes to the. Am I right?
fuck. I can't remember now.
Isn't it like a? It's when they discover.
Oh yeah, so they run into the other room, and there's literally like your prototypical, stereotypical room filled of look at all these kids I fucking hate.
Yeah, that's
This
right.
is the,
And
and
it's
then
got
like
all
the
their pictures
newspaper
on the wall.
clippings.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys know what we're talking about, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's in every fucking movie with a serial killer ever.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh my God, they run back,
Like
missing.
newspaper
The
cuttings.
clown's not there anymore.
Yeah.
And then the clown comes out of nowhere with a pitchfork,
attacks them.
stabs the white girl. Wow! Nothing cool like this since Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Uh-huh.
Pitchfork in the gut, lifted straight up to the very high ceilings, right into the fucking boob lamp, smashes the boob lamp, and then gets fucking electrocuted, then thrown down.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there with the fucking pitchfork in her. Quinn grabs the pitchfork out of her friend, says sorry, stabs the friend though. He lays next to the girl and goes, I hate you.
Yeah, and then
the comedic bits in this movie are hilarious, and I can't fail to mention one of the best like physical comedy bits is when the girls are hiding in the cornfield and they put the hands over the mouth.
Oh yeah.
There's a lineup of girls and they're all like standing there. They put the hands over their mouth, and then the last girl's standing there. And she's just breathing heavy, and Friendo comes up behind her and puts his hand over her mouth, and they freak the fuck out. It is so funny. That's why I say Friendo is a clown with class.
Yeah.
Because that is just too. And of course, anytime Friendo walks, there's the. So that's just like there. So like he'll kill somebody, and then he'll just like walk off screen, and then you just hear the squeaking noises, and that's just so comedic. It's next level, especially comparing him to other clowns of the era.
Yes, absolutely. So that's all kicked off. They're dead, and then is when we get the final scene, right? Is that after? Yeah, and then the remaining friendos is when they reveal who they are, like Scooby-Doo style, right?
Yep. It's the teacher that was hounded by the students earlier, the sheriff,
the dad, isn't it? The kid's dad. It's
the kid's dad, the assistant, and the
shopkeeper
alcohol,
the shopkeeper
liquor
guy.
store guy.
Yeah, who's like kind of strange. That guy. You only see him at one scene at the start when
because the kids play a prank on him about showing pictures of his grandmother.
That's right. Yeah. One of them, yeah. And then, but I do like that scene because you think, oh, this is going to steal a load of booze, but they actually pay for it, don't they? They distract him, take the booze, and then leave the money on the counter. But so it's revealed Scooby-Doo style that it's the the people from the town, including the dad, like the crazy dad, who's Kevin Durant, and the actor.
Can we
And yeah,
mention the two reoccurring? Well, the one reoccurring plot point that kind of is such a modern problem: the kids not knowing how to use the rotary phone to call 911,
yeah, yeah.
and the reoccurring gag that Quinn can't drive stick shift.
Oh yes, 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 of course, yeah. Because that's another thing that a dad's going to teach her. They're going to bond by him teaching her how to drive stick shift.
When your dad offers to fucking teach you how to drive a stick, you
Yeah,
listen.
yeah. Again, it's all these like modern bits they throw into a '90s
Yeah.
style slasher, which makes it really cool. Yeah, and then again, this is when Russ comes back, right? I'm trying to think, where's
Yeah,
Russ?
so we get the whole thing with and the exposition with the dad,
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
and my son's a piece of shit because he's
Hmm.
not just like me, and he tries to hang Cole, and then the dad, no, is it Russ shows up, tries to
Yeah,
save them, gets caught up in all the bullshit.
yeah.
The dad tries to save them, drives through the wall,
That's
saves
right.
Cole, big fight.
Yeah,
You've got to watch the movie. We're not going to ruin
yeah, yeah.
all of it.
That's right. He drives through the wall and like crushes him, doesn't he?
Yes, but it
In
happens to
front of him.
also be right underneath where Cole is hanging from,
Yeah,
so it kind of
yeah,
saves
yeah.
his life.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, and that's kind of
Russ
the end of the
shoots
movie, right?
down Cole
Yeah,
from the hang thing,
from the hanging. Yeah, yeah,
and we get the big reveal that Russ and Cole are
yeah,
gay, and that they've been lovers and hiding that because
yeah.
there was a scene earlier at the Founders Day where Cole and Quinn make out, and Cole stops Quinn, and it's
That's
very
right.
awkward. And
Yeah,
then the
very
girls are like,
unusual.
"Oh, did you get rejected too?" And it kind of
Yeah,
is another planting the seeds that this guy's
yeah,
gay,
yeah, yeah.
and it kind
Very
of
unusual
why he's hanging out with
for a
girls all
guy
the
to
time.
reject a girl as well,
Yes,
especially in a
yes.
horror film. So yeah, it kind of like, oh, I didn't see that coming, honestly.
But
So
it
that's
doesn't feel out of place. It makes sense. It's
again a very modern twist on something you wouldn't have seen in a '90s
and
slasher.
who comes in and goes, "Wow, this is such an interesting night."
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's right. And then it cuts to afterwards, doesn't it? And
Oh well, no. Before, on their way out, they get in a Volkswagen Bug with that's
yeah, yeah,
covered in vape pen friendo stuff, and it's a stick. So the dad,
yeah.
well, gives the last opportunity to teach Quinn how to drive a stick, but at the
Hmm.
same time, the friendo with the chainsaw, the teacher comes out and is in front of him. So she fucking floors it and runs him over, and there's blood everywhere. And then they drive off in
Hmm.
the Volkswagen and covered in blood. Really cool
Yeah,
scene. And then we get a scene, Paul.
yeah. That's right. That's why we get the scene. It's kind of everything's over and done with. It's kind of like the final credits coming up. And she's driving off in the car, right? They're going to college or something.
Time has passed. She's
Yeah,
graduated
time's
from
passed.
school.
Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
dad's running to be mayor.
That's right. The dad's going to be mayor because obviously, yeah, there's a new mayor in the town. And yeah, they essentially jump in the car,
Uh-huh.
and on the back seat of the car is the little. We didn't mention actually the little
Vape
jack in the
pen,
box.
Jack in the
Yeah,
Box.
it's like a little wind up jack in the box with the
Reoccurring gag in
friendo.
the movie
Yeah,
that's like
yeah, yeah.
friendos
Whenever one of
use.
those appears, someone's about to die essentially throughout the film.
Yes.
And sure enough, one appears. You think the movie's over. One appears on the back seat, but she kind of looks at it and just lobs out of the window, doesn't
Yep.
it? And then the
And then
film
it
ends.
does the stereotypical thing where it goes, and then
Yeah,
black screen. Again,
yeah, and music. Yeah,
Clown of the
credits.
Cornfield 2, Friendo lives. We're expecting it. We
Yeah,
want it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the movie.
That's the fucking movie. It's
There is
fantastic.
one thing we didn't kind of mention,
Ah,
which is kind of really skirted over the like the kid's dad. I forgot his name. Like one of the Friendo leader guys. He just escapes. Do you notice that?
no.
Yeah, the kid's dad who has the
Oh,
face paint,
yeah.
the Kevin Durant character. Yeah, he escapes. He doesn't get killed. Because I didn't even notice. You watch the film, all this is going on, and I didn't notice. Only from what reading some stuff online afterwards, and someone said, "Oh yeah, what happened to him?" And there's like a thing. There's like a conspiracy theory. Yeah, and then there's a poor screenshot, and you can see when they're fighting, there's a van escaping in the background, and it's him driving off.
What the fuck?
So apparently he is in the sequel in the next book
Oh,
in
that
the
makes
novel,
sense.
and he apparently it's in another town, and he's gone to another town. He's recruited a load more people to fight the teenagers for the sequel.
Damn.
So yeah, it's kind of completely skirted over in the movie. Like he just disappears. Like you didn't notice it. I didn't notice it until I
Well,
was
we
reading it. I was
know
like,
now how the
oh,
second
okay.
one's going to start with all that
Exactly.
framing.
Yeah. 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 So yeah, that's the movie.
Have you read anything online about this, Paul? Mixed reactions, good reactions, bad?
Yeah, kind of mixed reactions to be fair. Mostly good, I'd say, from the reviews I've read. But yeah, it's felt like it's kind of been it's just kind of been released and there hasn't been too much said about it. I think, especially at least in the UK, at
Well,
least. I don't
I
even.
don't think it got a big theatrical release, and
No, I
then
think it.
like Shudder has it as well.
Yeah, I mean it's on Amazon over here. It's not
Yeah.
on Shudder.
Hmm.
So I think it got a very limited cinema release over here, and then it's now streaming on Amazon. But it's not free; you got to pay for it, so it's only available to rent or buy on Amazon. But yeah, I just don't understand how a film like this. It's a really good killer clown movie,
Mm-hmm.
very slick. But why is this not getting the attention that like Terrifier got?
Yeah, because it's ultimately more polished.
Oh
The
yeah,
story,
way
the
more polished.
story's better. The lore makes more sense.
Yeah,
You actually care about the characters that are dying.
yeah.
The clown's not trying too
I
hard.
think I think again the UK poster does it disjustice. The American one's way better. The UK one, it's got like from the producers of Smile on it, which just doesn't sell the movie. And it's got like a picture of Frendo's face, but it's not like the one that's on the US. It's just like a clean.
Yeah.
Again, it's almost like the cover for Smile, and all it's got is all around it is quotes from reviews. It just makes it look really generic.
Mm.
Whereas the American poster is much more atmospheric. It's got like the traditional Friendo face, and it just looks cooler. So I think they kind of did it a disjustice in the UK, unfortunately. But it's nothing like Smile. You see that poster, and think, oh yes, it's going to be a proper slasher. Smile. It's not. It's like a '90s throwback slasher with some really funny comedy bits in it. If they put on there from the director of Tucker and Dale,
Yeah,
would have done it 10 times better.
because it has that level of comedy in there. It's
Yeah,
more.
that pops up like you said. The face covering one,
Uh-huh.
mouth covering one is hilarious. The clown boots, the footprints. Again, my favorite funniest scene is when they're throwing the jock's head
Ahead.
around, thinking it's fake, and it's spraying him with blood, and they're like, "Oh no, it's fine." And there's also the bit when they're in the cornfield, and the colour girl is like, "Oh, this feels like I'm in an '80s horror movie." Because then we're like, "What does that mean?" And like, oh, it means I'm next, which is
Yeah,
really cool as well. So yeah, it's never played too seriously, but it's just solid. It's really solid.
it's very self-aware of what it is, what the mission
Yeah,
is.
yeah. I just love how it's this '90s throwback, but it's got all these modern bits thrown in. You've got the mobile phone stuff, the video streaming stuff, the gay relationship, the what else? The
Lack of knowing how to drive a manual.
yeah, a stick or manual as we call it. All these little bits they've added in, which just makes it really cool. Yeah.
Agreed. So, how
Mhm.
would you rate this, Paul?
I put 3.5 out of 5. I feel like that's too low now. Now we've talked about it.
We don't get a lot of good slashers these days.
I'll go 4.5 out of 5.
I would have to agree with you
But
wholeheartedly.
I just don't like the UK
Poster.
poster art.
Yeah.
So I hope they do better for the Blu-ray release or 4K release.
Go read the book, folks. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And of course,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
second one, and I don't know if there's a third one. There might be.
Even the title might be a bit misleading because that might just put some people off. Clown in a Cornfield. It makes it sound like one of these cheap slasher horror movies we've had in recent years. It just makes it sound almost a bit like Shark Attack. Like all the weird
Yes.
Cocaine Bear, that sort of stuff. Clown in a Cornfield, cocaine. You want to throw it in as the same band as that, but it's
What
nothing.
would you call it? Corn?
Ooh, yeah, that's quite nice. But then, yeah, Corn.
Corn 2, friendo
Because
list.
it's not Children of the Corn, is it? You think, oh, this
No.
might be like Children of the Corn. It's absolutely nothing like Children of the Corn at all. Yeah, Corn would be quite. Yeah, you might be on something there.
Corn Clown Volume 1.
Cornfield Massacre? No, that's a bit too.
Highly recommend this film. Waiting for the 4K release to come out. Definitely going to be picking this up because I need it. We will be back next week to talk physical media news because we got a ton of stuff and some good bit of trailers that came out in the last couple of days that Paul and I are both excited for. Definitely looking at Unite's Deathstalker. Sorry. Good stuff from there. But if you like this podcast and want to listen to other ones just like this one, head on over to www.projectlouder.net or anywhere else you consume audio-only content. That includes, but it's not limited to, Amazon, Google Play, Spotify, Blueberry, and all that stuff. Paul?
Yeah?
It's been a doozy. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for inviting me.
We will be back. It's the same bat time, same bat channel, and this is your host, TJ.